Okay.
We'll call the meeting to order. It's now 6 o'clock. We'll take just a minute of silence to contemplate our actions for the evening. Thank you. And then Kevin, you want to call the roll?
Yes. Mayor Sean Reardon. City Council President Ed Cameron. James Connolly.
Here?
Karen Cullinan.
Here.
Kristen Donahue. Kristen, are you online? Okay, great. Gary Gorski.
Here.
Christian Hansen.
Here.
Caroline McCarthy.
Here.
Stephen Moore.
Here.
Sarah Spalding.
Here.
Madeline Witt.
Here.
Jim, before we go to public comment, I just want to make an announcement. Oh, okay, go ahead, Kristen. Kristen Donahue is online in Zoom. Christian Hansen is going to be with us through December and January. Christian, just wanted to just let everybody know so that in January, when we fully acknowledge his tenure and term of service, didn't want it to be a big surprise.
You mean he's leaving?
Yes, Kristen has.
December, January, that's it.
In my term,
Yes,
that's the 7 years.
So not for you.
Wow, that-
That's sufficient time.
That's a long time. Yeah, 7 years.
Yeah. Nothing. All right.
Have a public comment.
Okay, any public comment? From anybody? Hearing none, I guess we'll go to previous meeting minutes. Everybody's had a chance to review the revisions.
Yes, and Gary submitted
Right,
revisions and the corrections were made last month.
so I would move to approve those.
Second.
Everybody in favor? Anybody opposed?
Actually, because Kristen is online, we do have to do a roll call vote.
Right.
We have
We can hear Kristen.
a.
All right,
Sorry, I apologize. James Conley,
yes.
Karen Cullinan,
Here.
yes, sorry. Kristen Donahue,
Yes.
Gary Gorski.
Yes.
Christian Hansen.
Yep.
Caroline McCarthy.
Yes.
Stephen Moore,
Yes.
Sarah Spalding,
Yes.
Madeline Witten.
Yes.
Okay, then I guess the next item is the next meeting will be December 17th. Unless that's a problem for some reason. And then I guess we have a head librarian report.
Yes. Okay. I presented with you, for you, the first FY 26 first quarter budget report. Just wanted to give you a sense of how we've been spending the funds budgeted by the supplied by the city. Are there any questions with regards to the budget report?
So, well, some of the items, line items, you would use like 30 and 40%. It's budgeted. Some more 24%, which is what I would have expected.
Unfortunately, the way certain items are spent, they are not a very linear. Some we actually spend 100% in July. Our heat and electricity, for example, we spend a lot in the summer, not much in the fall and spring, and then a lot again in the winter. So I have found that this is somewhat an unusual progression of the budget. But overall, it's about 28%, which is
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions regarding the budget report? Right, I will see that as transmitted. Okay, the statistic report for the month of October. Any questions regarding the statistical report?
Team of program attendance was up quite a bit.
Yes, I was surprised. Though in past years, there has been somewhat of a bump in September due to a kind of dying off in August. But I was also pleasantly surprised by the number.
Are there any other items that you look at and you're like, that really is cause for concern or cause for relation?
When I look at the trends, especially at circulation, one of the things I do look at is how well are we doing in comparison to the previous years. One thing I was a little slightly somewhat concerned, but it is not horrible, is that I think our overall circulation is going to be better than FY 23, but maybe not as good as FY 24. It may be in between. So it's not that we're performing poorly. It's just, there could be certain factors that come into play, like the ability to park on State Street during construction, things of that nature that can have an impact. Our attendance actually was not as bad, but for October. So I look for unusual drops, and nothing is showing an unusual drop. I was just pleasantly surprised, like Gary, that we had an unusual jump in program attendance. One thing that I will note that last year we did change for DVD. The DVDs used to be 1 week, we changed them to 3, and so that has reduced the number of circulations for DVDs.
Karen, I noticed we have a lot of sharing with Tewksbury Public Library. Are they in the forefront of doing things? So like, we have so much
Yes.
education to do.
Yes, their head of reference has, I guess, spearheaded a lot of online programming. And so he has kind of taken the lead in finding the programs that we often will collaborate with. Any other questions with regard to the statistical report? And or the statistical charts that I sent. Moving on to let's see, buildings and grounds. I wanted to just bring to your attention, we've had some issues with.
You're right there.
Buildings and grounds, we've had some issues with the fencing on the corner of Harris and State Street. We've had a couple of different things over the past few months, and the latest one we're addressing, which is the the granite post, which is at the direct corner. It has been brought to the attention of DPS, and I will raise the priority level if it's and I see that the granite post is leaning even further out. We don't want any issues with people walking down either Harris or State Street with the fence. Some projects that I also wanted to bring to your attention that we're working on for the spring. We've worked with the planning board and the ADA coordinator for the city we're going to be introducing outdoor seating both on the patio on Harris Street, along the ramp and in front of the Tracy Mansion, just opportunities for people to use the outside space of the library. Because the library is in is an historical building, we included the planning board, and because some of the spaces are not ADA compliant or cannot be accessed, like the front lawn, we had to make sure that we had adequate seating in other ADA accessible locations. So we just to kind of confirm that. The other project that we're gonna be doing is we're purchasing a bike rack to go at the bottom of the ramp. We've had the wrought iron fencing has been used quite frequently for a bike rack. It is, I mean, even though it's wrought iron, it is somewhat fragile. So we're going to be strongly encouraging folks who have been chaining their bikes to the fence to use the bike rack. Again, we had to include the planning board because the bike rack needs to not be permanently installed, but sit, be able to be moved. And ADA coordinator, because we need to make sure that the bikes didn't impede too far onto the sidewalk. And once we were able to confirm that, we're gonna be good to go, and we'll have those ready for spring and summer next year.
And you put out signage saying use the bike rack and not the.
Yes. Yeah, especially if we'll actually attach them to bicycles that are, it's like, please use the bike rack. It is 20 feet in the other direction. Yeah, this is a historic wrought iron fence. We have a bike rack ready for you. Please utilize that. So something along that line.
Does anybody use the bike rack that's out back here?
People do use it. It's just,
It's not very convenient.
it's not very convenient. It was a great idea. People do use it. It's just the majority of people that come to the front of the library, the path of least resistance.
So maybe instead of buying a new rack, you can move that one.
We can't. Unfortunately, it would cost too much because it is permanently installed in the ground with concrete. So the amount of money it would cost to buy a rack is like a couple $100. To uninstall and install it, I mean, we could investigate the cost, but I think it would be one, we'd have to get approval from the city to permanently install that rack out front. It's an easier fix to put a smaller, non-permanently installed rack at the bottom of the ramp.
And if people are still using that rack.
People are still using it, yeah. It's not that it's unused, it's just a lot of the people don't want to park their bike on Harris Street and walk all the way around. I mean, Prince Place, and walk all the way around. If you like, Steve, I could see what process would be. I was just told that it was easier.
If they're not
to
gonna
get.
let you permanently install something out there. Okay. The other comment I had is the fence out here. The post is leaning, which is an issue, but the fence itself is just kind of flopping in the breeze. And
We've had,
that's a safety issue that ought to
Yes.
be somehow or other put something there so that people are not gonna say, oh, I can just put the hand in and it's flying in the back.
I will readdress that with the head of facilities. We've, like I said, we've had a few issues with that fence. Some of the bottom brackets have also broken. I'll have to check and see if that work order has been processed or is ready to be fixed. And I'll go out there before I leave and see if there's something I can at least see if I couldn't find a code that we could use. I didn't want to take one from the the post where the lamp posts were gonna go. So,
Well, they aren't going in until sometime next year, so.
right, but I didn't want to take a cone from the. So, I'll see, I'll address it with some of the nighttime crews, see if there's something that they could do temporarily. Anything else about buildings and grounds? Questions? Moving on to personnel, we are in the process of recruitment for library technician full-time. It was posted internally. I'm in the process of confirming the external posting of the position. It'll be posted for 2 weeks once it's officially posted. And then hopefully we, given the time for interviews and notice at previous positions, hopefully we'll have the person in place sometime in January. And this actually, just this is not, we did not get a position back in the city. This is when the administrative assistant retired. I worked with the city to convert her position to a library technician. Economically, it was almost a wash, an equal wash between what the administrative system was being paid and a full-time library technician. So I thought it would be best to make sure that the public is being served adequately, and then we'll work in the future to on the back end. Any questions?
So you're not gonna have an administrative assistant?
No, she had been working part-time and had been shifting more towards doing work for the Borrower Services Department. Jessica and I have absorbed her workflow was related to invoices and money. Moving on to community engagement, regards to collaborations and outreach, programming and passive programming. Are there any questions with regards to those reports? Okay, I will submit that as transmitted. Patron feedback. Yeah, any questions with regards to the patron feedback that we received for October?
And not necessarily important questions, but what are the cards that are so popular in?
Oh, yes. They're called Yoto cards, YOTO. Essentially, they're about the size of a playing card.
Yep.
And they have a device called a Yoto card player, which you can also actually tap it to your phone. And it plays a very short audio book geared towards children. So it's another form of audio book, so to speak.
Okay, and so these are they in circulation?
They are,
Okay.
they're the hot new kind of.
Okay.
So we, as of the end, beginning of November, we now have the largest collection in the consortium. So, and these are going out like hotcakes. Parents are just so excited about these yellow cards. I didn't know they existed until September. It shows how old I am. And I don't have young children. They're So there will be phasing out other things that like some of the playaways.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah,
you did have a large collection of playaways, which is similar thing.
yeah, they were very hot
Yeah.
and then they were not.
Things come back.
Yes, and when Playaway starts selling them again, we'll buy them again if people really want them. Yeah, at least for children that, the Yoto cards don't require, headphones, batteries. And they use, pre-existing, devices like iPads, phones, etc. So. In addition, I mean, we do have a Yoto player that people can check out, but. So very excited about that, it became a special project. We used some of our gift fund to purchase these cards because parents were chomping at the bit, we couldn't seem to get orders in fast enough. So,
All right, and I have one more question. What's the poop museum?
the Book Museum, is let's see. Along the lines of, like when we have like, the Raptors come in, the Raptor Reserve. They come in with a variety of different,
Scat.
scat, yeah, thank you. And the kids are just enamored by it. And I mean, it's a learning thing, but it's, again, it's.
There wasn't a lot of background information in the comments, so.
Yeah. But it's a real, it's very popular among the younger elementary age.
All right, so it's not a new museum pass.
Nope.
Okay.
It's a traveling thing that will come and do a presentation and, yeah, kids are just enamored by it. So,
So like, if you had some fox scat, did they dissect it and take out the fur and bones and? Or
Keep that involved.
no. I wish Alice.
Sounds
was
fun.
here.
Yeah.
I wish.
I mean, that was
here.
more for the
Alice-
teens.
Yeah.
or-
Well, I could see a 5-year-old loving
Yeah,
doing dissecting with their fingers, never mind.
Oh, no, I don't think the kids are actually touching. The, no, I think it's a visual.
a lot of
visual
guys.
only.
Yeah.
We have a lot of waivers being signed. That is not the case.
Thank you for those clarifications.
Oh, yeah, I'll be happy to have Allison kind of give if you would like me, I can send it to you. if you're-
I'll help out.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
Okay. Right, anything else about regards to the engagement feedback? Okay, all right, the calendar, I'm just going to. Hey, upcoming month, we will be closed for the February, February. Thanksgiving holiday weekend beginning Wednesday at 5 p.m. And the library will reopen on Monday, December 1st. Looking ahead to, just, it's not part of your report, but just looking ahead to, Christmas. Christmas falls on a Thursday. The library will be open on Friday. So, we'll be closed early on Wednesday. At 5 p.m. on the 24th. We closed on the 25th, but we'll be open on the 26th.
And then do you do that again for like New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve, yes, we
Close
closed
early.
at 5 p.m. and then closed on the 1st and then open on the 2nd. Okay, there's nothing further for the calendar. Well, I could just, I have a very brief update on the library charter review. Unfortunately, we were supposed to have the city solicitor, Karis North, come tonight to give her presentation. She and her colleagues are still, they're because the city is doing an city ordinance review. There are a number of ordinances that they are looking at, as well as, Carousel indicated, it's town meeting season. And they do represent a number of towns, so they unfortunately had to push our presentation off until December. So, she is scheduled, hopefully to be coming to the December meeting to give a presentation on what she and her colleagues have found with regards to our charter. So I will leave that presentation to her. Hopefully I will have a chance to touch base with her prior to the meeting, just so I have an idea of some of the things they may have, some of the suggestions they may be making to just firm them up, make sure that everything is, as it should be.
So I've heard from a somewhat reliable source that the city may be changing city services.
Oh,
And I'm not sure when that would be.
that is news to me. As far as I know, the city solicitor that we've been working with will be working with us in December. If that changes, then we will not have a presentation by the current city solicitor, so. That is information that is news to me, so. I have nothing further in regards to that.
Well, in that case, anybody have any comments about anything? Otherwise, I'll just move to adjourn. It's not debatable, so we have a second.
Second.
We have to roll call.
Okay, hey, James Connolly,
Yes.
Karen Cullinan,
Yes.
Kristen Donahue,
Yes.
Gary Gorski,
Yes.
Christian Hansen,
Yes.
Caroline McCarthy.
Yes.
Stephen Moore,
Yes.
Sarah Spalding,
Yes.
Madeline Mitten.
Yes.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you.
You.